Little People Big World Roloff wife's shocking farm allegations. Dear loves, welcome to TLC Drama. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. Even with Little People Big World off the air, there is still a lot of interest among fans regarding the family members and the fate of Roloff farms. Recently, one of the Roloff wives came forth with some shocking farm tea. So, what did she have to say as Little People Big World fans remember the Roloff farms drama and the discussion surrounding who would take over the family legacy once Matt Roloff decided to hang it up? Played out like something out of Game of Thrones, minus all the bloodshed and violence. The botched farm deal to sell a portion of the farm to Zach Roloff and Jeremy Roloff ended up dead in the water, and it resulted in some hurt feelings, as Zach Roloff took it extremely hard. It was bad enough that Zach and Tori moved their family to their own property, and things between him and Matt have not been the same since all of this has been going on. The fate of Roloff farms has still been a huge topic of discussion among Little People Big World fans. There were a lot of signs pointing to Jacob Roloff, Matt's youngest son, inheriting the keys to the castle, so to speak. As Little People Big World fans who have been keeping up with updates have seen, Jacob Roloff has been working the farm, and his family has been living on it as well. So, at least from the outside looking in, Jacob is putting in the work to keep himself and his family in the running. With a lot of Little People Big World fans still interested in the fate of Roloff farms, Isabel Roloff recently came forward with some shocking allegations about the farm. In a recent update on social media, someone online asked her if she and Jacob had any plans to take over the farm. In response to this, she said, "We can't afford to fully buy it from Matt, but we do love living here while we can, and Jacob takes good care of it." In addition, even though Isabel did not respond to some fan comments directly, she did heart react to comments and clap for one of the two. So, it's a subtle way of conveying how she feels about the situation without actually saying anything. One of the comments reads, "I keep saying the kids paid for that farm. PPL only watched because of the kids. They paid for it with their childhoods." The second comment reads, "What's the point of building generational wealth if you're just going to keep it from the people you built it for?" With how Isabel tells it, Jacob Roloff seems like a hired hand at this point, without any legitimate stake in the future of the farm. So, it will be interesting to see if things remain that way, or if things eventually change. Little People Big World followers have followed Amy and Matt Roloff's journey at the Roloff farms for years. A lot has happened in the family in the past few years. The LPBW family is still struggling to stay together amid everything that has happened between them. Matt doesn't hold a great relationship with Zach and struggles to stay on good terms with him since the family feud. He is making efforts to improve his dynamics with all his children after the show's cancellation. Amy always played a major role in keeping the family together. She prioritized each of her children and stood with them throughout their highs and lows. The TLC star even surprised fans when she shared a recent family photo with her followers. However, fans noticed an odd detail in the family picture. What did they see? What was so weird about it? Amy Roloff is a proud mom and grandma. She likes to spend so many lovely moments with them and watch them grow up. The LPBW star often visits her children to meet her grandbabies and make new memories with them. However, Amy tried something different this time. She decided to bring some of her grandkids to her home for a night out. She shared a picture of herself with 4 grandchildren as they showed their backs to the camera. The TLC star posed with Isabel and Audrey's children and used the GIF, Kids Zone. Amy expressed that she loves her grandkids, and they are growing up. Hence, she had some of them over for a sleepover to play, read stories, bake cookies, and make blueberry pancakes. Fans loved to see the TLC star having a great time with her grandchildren. Little People Big World fans are well aware of the complex dynamics of the Roloff family. Fortunately, things have improved between the family members after the show's cancellation. fans have noticed some major changes in the family dynamics. Amy surprised her fans in December when she shared a rare family picture. She invited all her sons and their kids to a party at her home. The LPBW star was glad to bring all three of the kids under the same roof. Isabel and Jacob posed with their son as they covered his face. Meanwhile, Zach posed with Tori and their three kids. In addition, the picture had his twin brother, Jeremy, and his four kids, along with Amy and Chris. Fans loved seeing all of them having a good time together. They were happy that the brothers had finally reunited after a long feud. However, some fans pointed out the missing family members in the photo. They couldn't stop talking about Molly's absence from the reunion. Several fans asked why she didn't join her brother for the family celebration. One fan said, "Where are Molly and her husband?" Another user missed seeing Molly in the photo. They also know that she left the spotlight a long time ago. The TLC star doesn't share her updates on social media anymore and keeps her life private. Still, she is on good terms with her brothers and parents. Things haven't been calm and peaceful in the Roloff family for a long while. The Little People Big World or LPBW stars have had a family feud brewing in their family for years now. It all began when Matt Roloff would always tell everyone how he had a dream of handing over the family farm to the kids after his retirement, but when they became adults, things didn't happen that way. Everyone expected that the kids would just inherit the farm from their father. However, Matt Roloff wanted them to pay for it. So, Jeremy and Zach both made an offer, and their father rejected it. As of now, Jacob, i.e., the youngest sibling, is living on the farm, but he doesn't own it. While answering a question about something similar, Jacob's wife Isabel decided to take a dig at Matt. As mentioned above, Jeremy and Zach tried their best to land an offer on the farm. But their father Matt was stubborn as ever and denied. Since then, they have been quite vocal about not getting along with the LPBW patriarch. Zach once went on a whole rant saying how his father had manipulated the narrative. On the other hand, it was Jeremy's death of a dream. Hence, they only appear in big family events and refrain from visiting the farm. While Jeremy stays at a 5 minutes distance from the Roloff farms, he doesn't go. On the other hand, Zach and Tori had decided to move to Washington from Oregon for this very reason. Since then, Jacob is the only kid who lives in Oregon and in the farm with Matt. It's been a few years since Matt came on too strong and denied his sons, Jeremy and Zach, the chance to take over the farm. While the LPBW star has retired, he has his youngest son, Jacob, looking after the farm. Everyone thought that he was the ultimate heir, and he ended up getting the farm, but the reality is far from it. He merely looks after the property. Matt is letting Jacob work for him while his wife Isabel and Mateo live on the farm. While answering questions from fans, Isabel made something quite clear. Someone wanted to know if the couple had plans to take over the farm. Well, she blatantly said that they couldn't afford to buy it. However, she liked living there as Jacob takes care of it. Many viewers felt a certain way about Isabel's response. While they appreciated her honesty, they argued that the Roloff kids are deserving of the farm as they paid for it with their childhoods. Everyone must know about Jacob's SA case from when he was just a child with the producer Chris Cardamone. Apart from this, other kids have also voiced the hardships they had to face during filming. Some think this was Isabel's way of calling Matt Roloff out for being unfair of his decision. What do you think? Will Matt be hitting back with a response? Little People Big World star Matt Roloff's ego is out of control and has led to the downfall of their show. The reality series chronicled the Roloff family's life navigating dwarfism. Matt was married to Amy Roloff when the show premiered in 2006, but a lot has shifted in their family since. Matt and Amy have gotten divorced and moved on with their partners, Karen Chandler and Chris Marek. Their divorce was a blow for the family, but Matt's conflict with his son, Zach Roloff, may have ruined Little People, Big World, one of the best reality TV shows. Matt and Zach fought over who would take over the Roloff farms. Matt had dreams of taking over their farm his entire life. However, when Matt combated this, he dismantled the faltering Roloff family dynamic. Zach left Little People, Big World after season 25 with the support of his wife, Tori Roloff, which will likely ruin the show for good. His feud with Matt has shaken the reality series, and it's unclear if Little People, Big World season 26 will air. Matt's behavior throughout the years has led to the dismantling of the Roloff family and their show. As the eldest Roloff child alongside his twin brother Jeremy Roloff, Zach always wanted to take over the Roloff farms. Matt acquired the farm in 1990, and it was the main source of income for the Roloff family for quite some time. When Matt and Amy got divorced, she sold her portion of the farm back to her ex, believing he was going to pass it down to their children. However, Matt stunned his family after listing 16 acres of the farm without consulting anyone. None of the Roloff children were made aware of Matt's decision. Matt went behind his children's backs when he listed part of Roloff farms. They were all shocked, but Zach took the news the hardest. Amy intentionally sold her part of the farm back to her ex-husband because she thought he would give the property to their children. Matt made the situation worse by listing their original family home along with the 16 acres of farmland. Zach felt betrayed, and Matt knew he planned to take over the Roloff farms one day. He didn't care about his son's feelings at the time. He made things worse when offering Zach $4 million for a piece of the Roloff farms. Zach couldn't afford this price, and Matt knew that. From that point on, their relationship hasn't been the same. Matt knew listing the property on the market would upset Zach, but he did it anyway. On Instagram, Zach accused Matt of manipulating the narrative by saying he sold the farm because of his sons, which greatly upset Zach. Their relationship hadn't been the same since Matt sold the Row. Matt and Amy's divorce broke the Roloff matriarch's heart. The couple naturally drifted apart from each other throughout their marriage. However, in Amy's memoir A Little Me, she alleged Matt cheated on her with his fiancée, Karen, while they were still married. Karen worked at the Roloff farms, managing the pumpkin patch for the family. She had worked for them for a while before entering into a relationship with Matt. Amy said she saw messages that led her to believe Matt and Karen had something more than a working relationship. It was hard for Amy to end her marriage to Matt. They were married for almost 30 years. Amy felt betrayed after Matt allegedly cheated on her, though he still says he didn't cheat on his ex-wife. It made things worse that Matt was allegedly seeing Karen, a woman who had worked for Amy for years. When Matt and Karen got engaged, Amy was not too excited for them. They told her that they would leave the farm to Amy when they both passed along, but that doesn't solve all the pain they have caused her throughout the years. Matt's ego may have ruined Little People, Big World. His choice not to tell the Roloff children he was selling their family farms has arguably destroyed the show. Matt and Zach have feuded since he listed the farms. After that, Zach decided to move his family to Battleground, Washington. Zach and Tori uprooted their 3 children, Jackson, Layla, and Josiah, from the Roloff farms to have a fresh start. Since they moved, Matt has become a small part of their lives. He only keeps in contact with Zach and Tori to maintain his relationship with his grandchildren. Since moving to Washington, Zach and Tori announced they will not return to Little People, Big World season 26 if it's renewed. Zach has been an integral part of the show since season 1, and without him, Tori, and their children, Little People, Big World will suffer. If Matt had consulted Zach about his decision to sell the farm, their relationship might look different today. After the season finale of Little People, Big World, Matt addressed speculations surrounding its fate on Facebook. He said he couldn't talk about the future of the show since he wasn't under a contract. Matt said nobody really knows at this point if Little People, Big World will get renewed for season 26. Seemingly addressing Zach and Tori's exit, he said it following the Little People, Big World season 25 finale. Matt decided to address the speculation about the reality show's future for the first time now that he's no longer under a contract, as he put it on Facebook. The Roloff patriarch wrote a very lengthy post on the Meta-owned social network to discuss multiple topics surrounding the show. He acknowledged that it's getting harder to film when more and more family members drift away from Little People, Big World. Matt even revealed that his own fiancée Karen Chandler is done with filming. He added, "The less relationship interactions that are filmed together on camera, the harder it is to produce." Matt doesn't want to give a definitive answer on whether Little People, Big World is returning or not, especially because nobody really knows at this point. If it doesn't, the recent finale put a nice button on the show and where the family stands. There's always a chance the reality show could return in some capacity in the future, but he acknowledged that it's ultimately a network decision. In the middle of Matt's post about the future of Little People, Big World, he revealed some fascinating details about how the reality show almost ended more than 10 years ago. In August 2010, he and his family got together to discuss the future of Little People, Big World. They came to the decision that they were ready to end the show because the filming process was a grind back then and disruptive to the kids' schooling and discipline. The Roloff family was then offered 6 travel-related specials, which they found very intriguing. Then they signed up.